And welcome back to the video on the Football Zone and to a weekend reviewing the Premier League action from this weekend, and starting off on Friday night at Kenilworth Road, and great to see that ground from the Premier League by the way, where Luton were defeated at home to West Ham, they did put on a little bit of a fight back later on, but in the end it wasn't quite enough. West Ham held on to a 2-1 victory, and continues their really good start to the season. But Luton, I think, you can see they're kind of growing into it. They're getting more and more competitive each game, which they are positive signs at least. Moving on into Sheffield United 2, Everton 2. Decore in the 14th minute gave Everton the lead before Sheffield United went 2-1 up through Archer and Pickford before Danjuma equalised in the second half. But quite an even game. Maybe Everton just shaded it, and maybe if there was one team who felt like they could have got the win, then it would have been them. But in the end, it wasn't quite to be. Big win. Big win. I think big point for both these teams. It was critical that they didn't lose, they didn't do that. But I think both teams at the same time won't be totally happy. Moving on then to Man City, and they defeated Fulham quite comfortably, a 5-1 win. Alvarez with the goal before Ream equalised in the 37th minute, then Eke Haaland with a second half hat-trick too, as you can expect with Haaland these days. But great performance from him, comfortable win for City really. And I think starting off the season they couldn't have made a bigger impact. For Fulham, a bit disappointed, but I think if you offer them 1 point from Arsenal and Man City away, they most definitely would have taken it. Moving on then to Chelsea, and they were defeated 1-0 at home by Forest. A really, really disappointing result. Elanga with a goal in the 48th minute, and this is just so poor by Chelsea. How can you start the season again like this after such a bad season last time? Just so disappointing from Chelsea really. And you have to expect better really, don't you? For Forest, you've got to give them credit. It's a great win for them, but for Chelsea, just such a poor start to the season. Moving on then to a 7-goal thriller at Turf Moor. Burnley 2, Tottenham 5. Burnley took an early lead before 3 goals from Son, 1 from Mary, 1 from Manson, made it 5-1. Brownhill pulled a consolation back, but Tottenham totally dominant here. Great win for them, and like I say, Angeball really is cooking right now. Producing the tricks for Tottenham. Burnley seems to be struggling, just not quite adapting to life in the Premier League. And I think the break for internationals could really do them a big favour, or they'll be hoping to, because let's face it, the rate they're going to need to. Moving on into Brentford 2, Bournemouth 2. Jensen in the 7th minute made it 1-0 before Solanke and Brooks made it 2-1. But in Boomer in the 93rd minute got the late equaliser for Brentford. And I think Brentford, to get a point, I think they'll be happy. At the same time, they've been targeting a win. And for Bournemouth, I think, it would have been a good point for them. But at the same time, it's interesting because, win that position 93rd minute, you kind of have to hang on for that one. And manager still going for first win, it's not ideal. Moving on then to Brighton against Newcastle, and Brighton with 3-1 victors. Goals from Ferguson, all 3 of them, just showing how good he is. And Callum Wilson in the 92nd minute, and Ireland have got a serious player in their hands with Ferguson if England can't get them. Then you got obviously Newcastle. Off the back of last week, it's really not an ideal start to the season. Pressure will be starting to build on Eddie Howe, for Brighton, good to bounce back from their poor performance to get the win here, and it could be big for them. But moving on into Liverpool 3, Aston Villa 0 at Anfield, and Szoboszlai, Cash with an own goal, and Salah with the 3 goals, and comfortable win for Liverpool. They were easily the better team here, big win for them, like I say. But for Villa, disappointing result. But I think, these are always going to be the bonus games for them, so it's not the end of the world if they lose. Good win for Liverpool nonetheless, and they seem to be a much improved side this year. Moving on then to Palace 3, Wolves 2 at Selhurst Park. Edouard made it 1-0 in the 56th minute, so we had late spree of goals. Chan made it 1-1 before Eze and Edouard made it 3-1 late. Consolation goal for Wolves 3-2, but big win for Palace at home. They'll be absolutely delighted with that. Going into the national break with momentum, that's what matters. I think they'll be relatively pleased with their start of the Roy Hodgson. Definitely good starts. But for Wolves, disappointing result this. I think would have targeted the point from here. Tough, but there we go. Moving on into Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1. It was Rashford in the 27th minute who gave Man United the lead, but Odegaard equalised pretty much straight after that. Garnacho then had a goal disallowed late on. 2 late goals, one from Rice, one from Gabby Jesus, made Arsenal get the win. And yeah, what a big result this was for Arsenal. Just showing that they can do it late on. And that's exactly what they did. Really, really impressive performance. They'll be absolutely delighted with that. And yeah, Manchester United, lots of questions to answer, but I think they can consider themselves to be slightly unlucky here too. It wasn't a bad performance. Moving on then to England, they've got 2 big games in the upcoming international break. One against Ukraine in a qualifier, and yeah, Ukraine will be there and thereabouts come qualification away from home. I think England probably will take a point, but it's a game that they feel they're capable of winning. And then yeah, obviously the big game against Scotland, the one that England will want to win. And yeah, I think they'll feel confident in their chances. You know, Scotland, what a the campaign they're having in qualifying. But I think coming into this one, yeah, they still will be expecting to win games like this. And yeah, no doubt will have a bit of an edge as well. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe. Next, subscribe over daily football news and Scotland. Sounds going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.